Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a new segment that I've started. This one is called Indie-Pendant, where I review some of the works by not so popular indie artists that you cannot miss out on. And for today's episode, I have full disclosure. This is a friend of mine. Alvin Presley's Fall Today is the album that I'm going to talk about. Me and Alvin are from the same indie scene. I've been to a couple of gigs that Alvin and his band Atwa played in, and I really like Atwa's work. Now that that's out of the way, Fall Today is an EP that consists of 4 tracks, each of them linked to the other thematically, lyrically, and even musically. So let's start with the first track of the EP, which is Fallen Mornings. Fallen Mornings is a clear-cut example of Alvin's influences. The vocal progressions kind of remind me of a little bit of Porcupine Tree, a little bit of Carnival here and there, and that opening, feels like it's very Indian. I don't know, maybe it's because of the guttum in it that makes me feel like it's Indian. I love his vocal style in this particular song because of the variation he introduces. In places it felt a little bit like my favorite era, which is the grunge era, where he goes for this mornings, and I can believe. It's a very nice vocal play. Melody lines are kick-ass in this particular song. If I'm not mistaken, there is a little bit of Linkin Park influence as well. The progressive synth elements in this track are particularly noteworthy. Moving on to the second track of the album, this is my favorite song from the album. The tune is a Neoworm. The looped arpeggios, I might just end up listening to it all day long. It is something that I can stand all day long. There are synth arpeggios, there are guitar arpeggios. I really loved what he's done with this particular song. I'm a little bit of a sucker for 3x4 slow beat songs, and this is one of them, so it completely works for me. I found the construction very intriguing. I loved how simplistic yet fantastic this track is. Very rarely do I come across a well done bilingual track. If I fail to mention, this is part in English and part in Tamil. It's not the widest Kolaveri kind. The first half is completely in English, and the second half is completely in Tamil. Very rarely do I come across a bilingual track that I really enjoy. But if you know any such bilingual tracks that I should check out, do let me know down in the comment sections. As I already mentioned, this would be the pick of the lot for me from this album. On to the next track, which is the title track of the album. The title track starts off with a very indie folk country sounding vibe. That I really liked. It's a very easy listen and it's a beautiful song. What adds to it is the second half. It takes a small pause and dynamic crescendo happens with this reversed breath. And it makes sense lyrically too, where there's this line that goes, "She breathes again," and it's a very thoughtfully placed reversal. Today, she breathes again. These little things actually make the song what it is. I really like such little things in songs. The album closes with "The Heart of Fall Today." Which is an instrumental track, which is a great way to end it. It relies on synth elements and some synth-based arpeggios and a piano track going behind it. Now let's move on to my favorite part of this album review, which is me nitpicking on the album. Alvin, if you're watching, no hard feelings bro, but I've got to do what I've got to do. Let's start with the first one that I was just like, why? And that was fall in all the songs. That's the tackiest thing to do, dude. Damn, dude. I will leave it at that, man. I would have preferred other song names. Alvin, let's face facts, yo. You and me really need to work on our pronunciations, da. Facts, okay? But all jokes aside, guys, if you haven't heard the album, please go check it out. I'm doing this so that you guys can get to know such artists and be exposed to something new that you did not know that you wanted. So yeah, go check out Alvin's track. Go hit a follow on Spotify. Go subscribe to his channel. Go, follow him on Instagram. Do all that jazz, please. Add him onto your playlist because that's the only way we as indie artists can survive. So please do that. Here's another mind-boggling thing. Alvin did this entire thing all on his own. From the album art, to the mixing, to the mastering, to the recordings, everything was done by Alvin alone. And that deserves my respect. Me being an audio engineer, I kind of nitpick on these little details on the mix and stuff, but dude, you've done a decent job. I can't ask for something better from a non-audio engineering person. You've done a pretty good job. I highly recommend this album. Please go check it out. I'll put it up on the iCard. It's popping up right now, so go check it out. Here is my cover of Falling Star, Pogathey by Alvin Presley. Guys, if you like this episode, go click on that like button, subscribe to my channel. Also, click on that bell icon so that you know when the next video gets dropped. Do send in your recommendations for an underrated indie artist's album that I should review next. Leave that down on the comment section. That's all for this episode, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.